Good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Mike Hurd. Hurd's first forecast jumping right into radar because we are picking up some scattered thunderstorms. More aggressive line is along the Montana, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming state line. In fact, there was a severe thunderstorm warning, a very brief one, out in the southern tip of Gallatin County a short time ago, but that didn't last very long whatsoever. There's very, very hit and miss thunderstorms trying to develop in northern portions of Beaverhead County out there around Georgetown Lake, Anaconda, possibly into the Butte area. But these are very, very small little thunderstorms that are beginning to build here late this afternoon. Don't expect to see a lot of severe weather here, but again, we're keeping an eye on some building thunderheads late this afternoon. And there has been some crop damage, not so much over the last 24 hours, but with severe storms back on Sunday, about 400 acres of some spring wheat wiped out over north central portions of Montana up in Hill County due to ping pong ball size hail. That was back on Sunday. So when we see thunderstorms this time of the year, we get a little nervous for crop damage as well as new wildfire starts. I thought it was an interesting little pop up there in my feed, in my Facebook feed. So let's take a look at the weather today. And we ended up around 84 degrees at Bozeman Yellowstone Airport in Belgrade. 84 was the high, 50 the low, and those are slightly above average for this time of the year. And it's been so far mostly on the dry side in Gallatin County. And as you move to Dillon, 85 and 52 make up your high and low for today. And again, those values are slightly above normal for this time of the year, and it's been mostly on the dry side. Butte, your almanac, 83 was the high today, 48 was the overnight low. And again, that's about 6 degrees above the norm for the most part there in the mining city. And how about Helena? Your temperatures today, again, perfect in the mid 80s for highs, mid 50s for lows, and that was slightly above average. And our final look here is Livingston. 82 was the high today, and 47 was the early morning low. And again, that is slightly above average.
Covering Southwest Montana with the insight only 40 years of experience can provide. From the valley to the highlands, get the facts before you head out the door. Your first choice for weather is Mike Hurd's First Forecast with meteorologist Mike Hurd.
All right, good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Mike Hurd with Hurd's First Forecast, taking a look at your weather pattern overall. And we have to take a look at some of our cameras around the region to see what's going on out there. We have blue sky over Bridger right now, up at Bridger Bowl. But as you look at Big Sky, yeah, there's some threatening clouds around, and there's a few thunderstorms down your way. How about MDT cameras? Looks like everything's moving pretty nicely there on I-90 between Bozeman and Belgrade, but there are some dark clouds out towards the west. And look at all the haze up there in Elk Park, just north of Butte. Looks like a lot of wildfire smoke drifting in and out of that portion of southwest Montana, taking down towards Monida. Getting a little dark out there, and there is some thunderstorms building along that Montana-Idaho state line. And as we look at Norris Hill, again, there is some storm clouds around, but so far it's been storm-free, but a little on the dark and ominous side out towards Georgetown Lake as well. And again, I just showed you that on radar. There are some isolated thunderstorms building out in that part of southwest Montana. And it looks a little dark and ominous down there towards the West Yellowstone area right now as well, as we look at the West Gate into Yellowstone National Park. So we do expect to see a few isolated thunderstorms as we go through the next several hours. And this is going to be a pattern that we're going to see continue to pop up time and time again over the next several days. We're going to take a quick break, if I can find it, and we'll jump into the forecast for tonight and tomorrow and the 7-day outlooks. Of course, I'm going to go into the future cast as well. I'm going to show you this recycled thunderstorm pattern that we're going to be falling into over the course of the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Tell me what you got here, Grant.
This is our 5,000-pound pneumatic electric forklift. It has lead acid batteries that give you a full week's worth of work.
Mm-hmm.
It lifts up 16.5 feet. It lifts 5,000 pounds. It has side shift where the carriage moves back and forth, and fork positioner where the forks can move back and forth.
That's great. And you can tell people where they can come and get this.
Yeah. They can get this at VMAX USA at 4029 Wynn Avenue
In Butte.
in Butte.
In Butte. Are you the only electric company in the region?
I am for heavy machinery.
heavy
I'm
machinery.
actually one of maybe one in the whole country
Wow.
that has electric heavy machinery. So
Right. Well, it's great business for Butte.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
We're this is our national headquarters. We're building out a showroom so people can come and take a look at our machines.
Okay.
We're building out a national parts house for our machines so that if our dealers throughout the United States, if they need parts, they can order them here.
So tell me, you got more than just forklifts. What else you have?
Yes, we have electric loaders. We've got electric skidsters, electric big loaders. We also sell scissor lifts, which are tracked or wheeled, that are all 100% electric. And then we're looking at bringing in electric excavators as well. That's
Wow.
never been seen before.
Well, that's great. Well, good luck with that, and thank you for sponsoring.
Yeah,
Hertz
you
First
betcha.
Forecast.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, hello everyone. Meteorologist Mike Hurt, Hertz First Forecast. I want you to get involved with my future plans. So I'm looking for your advice and your help. And here's the deal. I've got a tiny little bedroom here that I am going to turn into a little weather studio. And right now, all I have is this table that I use for the morning show. And I'll put a picture up there on how I'm doing that in the morning show. But again, I got a little bit of carpet down here. You can hear a little echo going on in here. The walls definitely need to be painted, but I mean, I need to soundproof it. I got blackout curtains here at the moment, a little bit of soundproofing, but I need a lot in here. I need a desk. I need better lighting. I need to soundproof it. I've got the power. I did invest in new power outlets. I got two 20 amp 12 gauge wire running into a couple of these outlets to handle computers and handle lighting. But this is the current setup. It's just an empty shell right now. And hopefully in the next couple of months, I can build this into an in-home weather studio as I get computers and lights and microphones, cameras, etc. I guess the big thing I need to get right away is a desk. And I think that desk is going to go against this wall, have the ability to look out outside if I wanted to. I've never had a window in the office before, but again, I'm going to put a desk. I would like something that would telescope up and down where I can stand on it if I want to. I want to put probably a big screen up against this wall, maybe a little screen up against this wall, and again, have some improved ability to forecast weather from home and do it as the digital broadcast meteorologist. So get involved, leave comments down there. Let me know what you think, what I should get, give me some advice on where to go and where to purchase this kind of stuff. And we'll build this together, you and I, and we'll have a great experience coming up in a couple of months. All right, guys, that's a quick video here. I want to thank you for being a supporter of Hertz First Forecast. Well, definitely will be fun to have your input on the new studio I'm trying to build here at home. I'm not asking for money. I'm just asking for where you guys have any suggestions of where I can get a desk or where I can get soundproofing or where I can get anything that I need equipment-wise in my home office there. So again, trying to build that out. But let's jump back into the weather. That's why you're tuning in tonight. We're looking at water vapor imagery. We have another upper-level disturbance that's trying to sneak in from the southwest. And that, my friends, is what's going to fuel the thunderstorms as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So just a little bit of monsoonal moisture lingers to the south of us. And again, that's what's going to be creeping our way over the course of the next couple of days. Let's see. As you can see, this is current radar. And again, there are a few scattered little hit and miss thunderstorms out there. But let's jump into the Futurecast product. And this will show you that we could see, again, a few stray little thunderstorms between now and about 9 o'clock tonight that should dissipate rapidly after sunset. And then Wednesday afternoon, the model was very aggressive Wednesday afternoon for, again, southwest Montana in the model run this morning for Wednesday afternoon. But this model run looks a little weaker. But again, there could be some building thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. Hit and miss, mind you, not a widespread weather pattern hazard, but A few good rumbles are possible. And then Thursday, not much, but there could be a few thunderstorms building again in the late afternoon to early evening hours. So this is just a pattern we're going to fall into over the course of the next several days. But as you look at a total precipitation outlook from the European forecast model for the next 10 days, it does look a little more impressive as we get into next week, especially late next week, where we could be picking up some decent moisture, something to monitor. This isn't a real hard forecast here, but you can see around south central Montana, especially north of Yellowstone National Park, the Absaroka Beartooth Range, but even a small part of southwest Montana, there's a chance that we could be picking up some decent moisture. So something interesting to keep an eye on in the extended forecast models. All right, let's jump into the short term for tonight. Variable clouds, a little bit of smoke. And again, thunderstorms should be dwindling after sunset. Overnight temperatures tonight will vary from the 40s into the 50s tonight, and winds generally on the light side. Tomorrow kind of repeats again. We mostly sunny in the morning, a little bit of wildfire smoke, a little bit of wind, and then storm clouds build in the afternoon. And then we'll see these little pop-up thunderstorms try and rumble around southwest Montana, but highs are going to vary from the upper 70s into the lower 90s. And these are above average temperatures for this time of the year across southwest Montana. So the extended forecast, starting with Butte, again, a chance for late day thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday. There is a slight chance even Saturday afternoon. But look at the cooler weather coming our way by the end of the weekend into early next week. Highs are falling into the 70s. Lows will dip into the 40s. And Anaconda, your forecast again, isolated thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday. And it looks like the weather pattern will be cooler but drier heading into late weekend into early next week, especially at night, nice and cool in the lower 40s. Belgrade, again, isolated little thunderstorms around for the next handful of days. Next week, our temperatures will settle back down into the upper 70s for the most part. And Bozeman, again, a few hit-and-miss thunderstorms Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but it does appear mostly dry and cooler as you get into early next week. Dillon, I'm just going to throw a few little rumbles your way over the course of the next couple of days, but it should be mostly dry heading in the weekend, and temperatures actually falling back closer to normal. And for West Yellowstone, again, a chance for some hit-and-miss thunderstorms over the next 2 to 3 days, and maybe even into Saturday. You could see a few isolated thunderstorms lingering. And for Livingston, again, throwing a few thunderstorms your way. But we could be around the 90-degree mark over the next couple of days. We'll slip into the 70s by the weekend into early next week. And Helena, a slight chance for thunderstorms, mainly Thursday afternoon. But there is a slight chance you may see one kind of slip in there Wednesday afternoon and Saturday afternoon as well. And going the wrong way here. Let's see. So that was Helena, I believe. Let's take a look at Boulder. Your forecast again does have a slight chance for a little pop-up thunderstorm or two Wednesday, Thursday, and into Saturday. And for Townsend, a slight chance here and there. But again, temperatures gradually cooling by the end of the week into the weekend. In Virginia City, again, a little bit of thunderstorm activity Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday afternoon, but upper 60s are expected for highs by Sunday. Lows will slip into the 40s, as you can see. And for Ennis, again, it's not an all-day deal. It's very isolated little hit-and-miss thunderstorms trying to develop late into the afternoon and into the early evening hours. Not a big deal. Just keep an eye out for that. I'm more afraid of the lightning than I am anything else, but there could be some pockets of thunderstorm activity in there with some pretty heavy rain. But again, a little bit of a nervous time around areas of southwest Montana because of these thunderstorms. And for Whitehall, again, it's a low probability and very short-lived, late afternoon, early evening, but that's all gone by the time we get into early next week. So only a few of you on here for this evening, but that's all right. Kind of jumped into the forecast details. Again, we were tracking some thunderstorms a short time ago, and there was one severe thunderstorm warning issued down there in the southern tip of Gallatin County, but that has expired. But again, radar is showing some of the more aggressive cells along the Montana, Idaho, Wyoming state line, and a few hit-and-miss little pockets thunderstorms around Anaconda, Butte, maybe up towards Wise River at the moment. And again, these should be very little pulse related. They just kind of flare up for a second and then they dissipate. Very short-lived little storms for the remainder of this evening. Okay, everybody, that is it for tonight's weather forecast. Thanks for checking us out here online. I greatly appreciate it. Let me get back on camera here if I can find it. And then I need to ask a favor. So Facebook, bugs you when you have a business like this and it wants you to do ads. So I created a couple of ads, but I'm getting some nasty DMs, some nasty messages coming back my way because they're intrusive and people are annoyed by them. And I guess they're showing up in people's digital messages and I don't know. So if you find any of those ads annoying, let me know. I'm just doing a little 5-day test run on some of these and see where it goes. But if you find them too intrusive, that is not what I want. I'm just trying to test out some of the features on the Meta Business Suite and trying to see how things go. But looking at my comments here real quick, I got a few folks watching from Hall and from Three Forks and Bozeman, and good info from a subscriber. Okay. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. These live videos should stay on the Facebook page and in YouTube after the live stream is over. So I'm also getting comments that people can't find the content when it's over. I can easily see them on Hertz First Forecast Facebook page, and they live forever there on YouTube. So, I mean, they are clearly visible to me. And if you're having trouble finding them, it's very bizarre to me of why that could be happening. But again, this is just a baby step. We're going to have some much bigger and broader, easier ways of ingesting this content coming up here in the next several months, but this is the only avenue I have available at the moment. So we're live on YouTube and we're live on Facebook at the moment, and we'll continue to do that. And I hope to see you tomorrow morning. So I will go offline and again, have a good